People who spend time abroad or travel to see parts of the world they haven't seen before almost universally say that their travel experience shaped them into the more mature and cultured person that they are today. In my personal experience, I went to live and study in France for 5 months after high school, and when I came back, everyone said, "Wow, you really have changed. It's like you're so much more social and confident in who you are." But the truth was that for the first time ever, I actually just had something to talk about. Nevertheless, while there can be a bit of a scary learning curve, getting out of your own country to see somewhere new is almost always going to be worth the struggle. And if you're a first-time traveler who's a little nervous, remember that one of the advantages that we have going for us is speaking English natively, which is massively underrated, because English is the only language that is always spoken in airports and in almost all tourist destinations. In contrast, think about it like this. If you're from Italy and only speak Italian, can't really leave. If you're from Japan and only speak Japanese, can't really leave. This is why a lot of European countries like Germany have their kids learn English from a very young age. Regardless, some people will still say, well, if you're visiting Germany, you should still try to learn some German out of courtesy. And while I see their point, that certainly didn't work out so well for Anne Frank. So once you've decided that you're going to travel somewhere, you have to figure out where to go based on who and what you want to do. And there's really three types of trips you can go on, which are long-term cultural experiences, where you live in a foreign country and start to assimilate into life as a local. There's short-term tourism, where you go see the sights and do the neat things they have that you don't have. And there's the third type of trip, which is capitalizing on the living wage of developing countries to get wasted on the beach at a low price. So once you booked your trip, made it to the airport, and whoever gave you a ride has asked if you have your passport 15 times, all that stands in your way is the airport security. And while it sounded a little terroristy, what I mean to say is that in the United States, going through airport security is the worst. You have to take off your shoes, separate your phone from your laptop, separate your toiletries from your clothes, your liquids from your aerosols, even your books need to be separated from your bag, and all in like 20 seconds. The thing is, when I'm at home, I don't even sort my laundry, so you can imagine I was pretty confused the first few times, but at least I learned what they mean by separate your colors from your whites. This is all bearable for everyone though, because really you're just hoping you don't get thrown in Guantanamo for the 110 mils of sunscreen you're smuggling. Meanwhile, if you go through Europe, there's a 60-second line for a handsome Dutchman who will stamp your passport with his ex-girlfriend's phone number, then offer you a stroopwafel as he compliments your Barrett 50 cal and asks how the wall is coming along. Might have been exaggerating there a little bit, but he was handsome. One of the biggest fears of new travelers is missing their